Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, the message could not have been clearer. Leaving the European Union could bring higher prices, higher unemployment, perhaps even recession. Not the view of a Remain campaigner, but the judgment of the Governor of the Bank of England. The Prime Minister said it showed the clear dangers of Brexit. Leave campaigners say the Governor runs the risk of becoming the cause of a crisis himself. Our business correspondent, Halia Ebrahimi, is here. So just take us through what the Governor said.
Well, short of prophesying a plague, the Bank of England managed to paint a very grim picture about a post-Brexit Britain. The key phrase from Mark Carney was that there would be a material change to both inflation and to growth. And that basically stacks up as a real risk to recession. That's not just a downgrade to growth that we saw today, but the UK economy going into reverse. And if we go through a breakdown of what that could mean, you could see a fall in the value of pound, you could see a return to inflation, you could see your house prices going down, and even unemployment going up.
That sounds like quite a political intervention, then.
I mean, it was so political, Chris, that the Chancellor's been cooing about it already, declaring, look, if the Bank of England also thinks it's a lose-lose situation to leave Europe, it must be. And Brexiters are very upset about this, but earlier today, the Governor defended their choices.
If there were a vote to leave, that would have material consequences for both growth and inflation, and therefore affect the stance of monetary policy. It is a judgment not based on a whim, it's a judgment based on rigorous analysis and careful consideration.
Well, look, I think the issue is that there's a lot of detail missing from any kind of analysis on a positive economic impact. For example, the benefit to exports from a weaker pound is really brushed aside. And earlier today, I challenged the Governor. I said, how come we don't have more of this information? It's a bit fact-light in the inflation report, and this is what he had to say.
In 8 years, you're going to get all this under the new Bank of England, which is all the transcripts of the discussions, and all the relevant analysis is going to come out. And I'm hoping to still be alive in 8 years, so you can come and say, did you just say it? You know,
Needless to say, I think most of us want that information now, not in 8 years' time. To give you an example, the UK's current account deficit. Now, a lot of people have been worrying about this because it's at a record high, but the bank has really played it down. Well, all of a sudden today, it was seen as a key vulnerability in the case of Brexit. Well, that sounds much more like political convenience than boffin economics, and that's the risk to the reputation of the bank.
Thanks, Halia.